Welcome to Floating Leaves Tea Podcast. This is your host, Noah. And joining us today, we have our wonderful co-host.
Why am I a co-host today?
Okay, never mind.
It doesn't matter. It's always the two of us. My name is Shouwen. I think you guys all know anyway. Feels like a celebrity or something. Yeah, whatever. Stop being goofy. Let's drink some tea. Today, we are going to drink our modern Muzha Tie Guanyin. And the reason why I wanted to drink this tea is because I actually forgot I have this tea almost too often. And so I haven't drank it, I think, since our last recording with our cousin Jake.
Which was a while ago.
A while ago. And if you don't know who our cousin is, just look at our Instagram account, and most of photos are from him. And also our short Dongding miniature documentary was also filmed by him.
Also Jake.
Now we call him Cousin Jake because we like to imagine we have a very big tea family. Yeah.
Yay!
And so he's a cousin somehow. I think, I know why he's a cousin, because he's very young, so he's a cousin. Some other people we call them uncle. Okay. Smells really good.
Smells really good, yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, I haven't had this tea for a while because I forgot about it.
Also, we call this one modern Muzha Tie Guanyin because the processing is a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Not as heavy processing as the traditional stuff.
True, and hopefully someday that we can bring back our traditional style Tie Guanyin again. So I tasted this tea, I think maybe on Saturday or Sunday, because somebody requested it during a tea tasting to taste this tea, and so I drank it with them. And as far as I could remember, it felt different now. So I thought we should have a session and taste the tea again.
It smells very fruity.
First infusion of this modern Muzha Tie Guanyin. Muzha Tie Guanyin. It is fruity, and I think a little bit almost like chocolate feeling starts to develop. I don't think it smells like chocolate, it's just a feeling of smelling like chocolate. Wow, that was pretty deep. Huh?
Very interesting.
Whew. And I didn't know I brewed it quite strong. Even on the first infusion. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bitter because I brewed it quite strong. And it has a lot of presence. And Noah was about to throw up.
I sucked it down the wrong, not the tea pipe, the other pipe.
What pipe will it be?
The talking pipe.
Oh, okay.
I feel like over the last year or so, we've had 3 Tie Guanyin cultivar teas that are not done like a traditional Tie Guanyin.
Yeah.
The Dongding, Little Iron Dongding, the what we call Iron Bush Honey Oolong, and then this one. And I feel like I'm starting to get a feeling for what Tie Guanyin, the cultivar, feels like outside of the cultivar and the processing combined together, what they call Jiangcong Tie Guanyin.
Yeah, context, right?
Yeah.
You can taste
outside of the context, the feeling of that
you
cultivar.
can taste the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tea plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's why a lot of some farmers are huge fan of this specific tea bush. I heard it's not very easy to grow, and then the yield is very low.
You're still doing it though.
And some people are still doing it. And when you combine that then with a traditional style of tea processing, it takes, I heard it takes roughly about 5 days. And so you can imagine the low yielding,
Low yielding. Yeah.
Low yielding and the long processing, make this tea's price go really high. And, also when it's done, it's so bold that, insiders normally just buy the tea base, and then they keep it for a few years. So you put in a bit of imagination that you cannot even drink it, and the price is on the higher side. So it become a not super popular tea, I would say.
They end up they after they do the kill green, they have to keep the fire going and then keep rolling it for what, like 3 days, something crazy like that.
Rolling without firing yet. Firing is after the post. Like we call it post oxidation actually, and then they'll roll the tea 2 to 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so the reason why we call this modern Tie Guanyin is it didn't go through that process to bring out a lot of juice. So this one, if you drink it, you'll feel that the body is really bold, and you still carry that Tie Guanyin plant's feature. Tie Guanyin plant is a pretty heavy feeling kind of a plant when it comes to a liquid, especially when you roast it. And this one will show that very clearly. And the first infusion, I brew it quite strong, so that metal kind of a feeling show up. But if you really look at the liquid, so now it's the second infusion, the liquid is on the brown side. And this is through roasting rather than traditional processing. They say traditional Tie Guanyin, normally the liquid shows more like an amber color. And amber color have to show from, of course, you can always show that from enough oxidation or show that from post-oxidation.
But the color feels different.
The color is different. Yeah, the feeling of almost like when you, like that tree sap, and then there's like that amber thingy happening. That's the color, that almost orange and amber color that you are a tea drinker can be looking for. Also with that kind of teas, the tea broth spread a little bit wider. It feels heavy and yet soft. And this one more heavy feeling without that dimension, another layer of dimension to show up.
This is more done like any other
just
modern
roasted
oolong from Taiwan.
Modern, yes. So in wintertime, it's still, a warm, heavy feeling kind of a tea. So it's suitable for wintertime. The empty cup smells really pleasant. Like roasty, a little bit fruity, but not necessarily buttery baked goods.
No.
High Mountain Oolong have a little bit more like buttery pastry kind of a feeling. This is savory.
But it almost has like a peach or apricot fruitiness in there too.
And there's a bit salt.
Salt?
Yeah, salt. Fun. Well, this third infusion, the surface smell of the tea liquid smell a little bit spicy. And it has that metal, that signature Tie Guanyin, roasted metallic kind of a feeling. A little bit dry as well. A lot of roasted teas will show that. I don't see that as a bad thing in tea. I actually like a little bit dryness in tea. I think that's it's very provoking. It stimulates a tea drinker a lot in
the salivation
and in bringing the attention back into the mouth again. I actually like, as long as the dryness is not overwhelming, as in balance, I actually quite welcome dry feeling in a tea.
Tea is a drying herb. In Chinese medicine,
it's a dry herb?
Yeah, it's a drying herb. That's what someone told me, at least.
Oh, okay.
I didn't study Chinese medicine at all, but I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's like, yeah, tea is a drying herb.
Huh. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, because I thought most of herbs are dry.
Not that it's a dried herb.
Oh.
It's a drying herb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe help you to get rid of the water.
Maybe that's why I like tea so much.
In your body.
Yeah. That's probably not why I like tea so much, but it probably doesn't hurt.
And the third infusion, the liquid balance out quite a lot. I think I brew it just a little bit lighter. The first two infusion, I push it really hard. And so the tea was really strong. Aftertaste is very fruity.
Yeah, super fruity.
Very fruity. And salivation is medium towards high.
Do you mind if I try to brew this tea?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
I've been kind of craving to brew this tea.
But I think the structure is getting a bit longer than before.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you don't brew it carefully, it will still go really strong. Yeah.
The reason I've been thinking about brewing this tea,
so I guess right now I'm really a co-host now.
No, now you're the co-host.
I guess the person who is brewing the tea is the host.
True.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason I've been thinking about brewing this tea is because I've been thinking about the Iron Bush honey oolong and the way that I can get that juiciness in the mouth to show up. Which, sorry to say to everyone listening, that there's not much Iron Bush honey oolong left.
True. But
I'm hoping that, because I like that tea so much, that maybe I can figure out a way to bring something like that out from this tea. Even though it's not as high of elevation and it doesn't have the honey aspect. It wasn't bug bitten. Well, probably was bug bitten, but not by the right bug.
Not by that kind of bugs.
Yeah.
Tea jacids.
But I wanted to see if I could approach it in a similar way. I actually had trouble with the Iron Bush honey oolong.
In the beginning.
And then a friend that loves Tie Guanyin came in to the shop and I said, do you want to try brewing this tea? He said, actually, you brew it, but try this. And I tried it. I put a lot of leaves in. And I used a lot of heat.
Wow.
After a while, I backed off on the amount of leaves that I was putting in. But still, I feel like I figured out something about brewing Tie Guanyin. This realm of Tie Guanyin, kind of like light to medium oxidized Tie Guanyin with a decent roast on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
try. Excited.
See what happens.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'm heating up the leaves.
Let me see how much you put.
I didn't put much.
Oh, okay.
Because only the two of us drinking the tea.
Yeah.
I'm using a bigger pot, but not going to fill it up all the way.
So it's still quite a lot then for I would say 80 millimeters of water.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, on the high side.
Yeah.
On the ratio.
On the ratio.
First dip. What do you think?
Better than mine.
In what way?
In what way? Just on the smell, it smells finer and more content, and mine smells bolder. And then your liquid connects a little bit more in the mouth. In the way it moves connects a little bit more, and mine was a little bit broken. Okay, now you guys just heard that I hugely criticize myself. Which was true though. Excellent job on the first infusion.
Let's see what happens in the next infusion.
Woo! And so maybe in one of the episodes or a few of the episodes that we said that we learn to brew tea, we practice tea brewing every day, and you might feel like, why? Because even today I seriously didn't brew the tea too well. And I see that as in a way you can say, well, it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. I would say overall it's a good thing. I do feel sometimes difficulties and challenges are not necessarily a bad thing, because that's a learning opportunity. And for me to see that I can actually destroy a pot of tea, which means I actually knew, I could tell, and that's the step number one, is to know, to own that, to own that clarity, to know that today this tea can be better. If not, I will be settled with my tea brewing and think it's what this tea can do, and it's what it is, and it's good enough, and I'm brewing tea pretty good, and some days I do feel like I have really wonderful moments. I do amazing things with my tea brewing, and today with this tea will be the time that I feel like I didn't do super well. Yeah. And which I think to know is a great thing, because that I know I have room to improve. Okay, second infusion, enough ranting. More high notes, fruit, teaness show up in the broth. And then there's that continuance of the tea liquid movement. Yeah. And it feels fuller too.
Yeah.
More full on the liquid. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Wow.
I've got to prove myself after yesterday. Because I destroyed a tea yesterday and then you brewed it really well.
Yeah, so it's we have good days, bad days. We keep trying, and our goal is to always show within our capacity the best of a tea. And so then we said in context, a best of a tea is never settled, because we can make it even better each day, or sometimes worse each day. Strong tea though, strong feeling tea, strong physical feeling tea. Whew, almost a little bit too strong.
After 2 pots of it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think it feels pretty good now. I just wanted to see if I could pull out a little bit more softness in the tea.
Yeah.
Because I do recognize that happens sometimes with the honey oolong that we had last season. That it's not the easiest tea to brew. It's something that shows up really heavy. And although I'd like it to be heavy, but not out of balance.
Out of balance, yeah.
And this tea, I had a feeling because I brewed it the other day with Sarah, and actually I think she brewed the tea, and it was a little bit off balance in a different way than yours. But then I took over and I had a way of bringing it back in. So wanted to see if I could do the same thing today.
Yay. Maybe you just have a strong affinity with Tie Guanyin varietal.
Maybe. Tie Guanyin was the traditional style Tie Guanyin. I used to drink that tea every day. That was my first practice brewing tea every day tea.
Oh, I thought it was a dongding.
After that was dongding.
Oh, okay.
But first it was actually Tie Guanyin.
Oh, cool.
When I started working here, I started bringing the dongding traditional at home every day to practice. But before I was working here, you did a Tie Guanyin. Yeah. When I was just coming here to buy tea, and actually I bought some of that tea when we were in Taiwan the first time, and brought it back to when I was living in Sichuan and practiced that tea there too.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really like what Tie Guanyin can do. Like this kind of style of Tie Guanyin. It actually reminds me of the Yunnan High Mountain Tie Guanyin that we have. Just a way of processing Tie Guanyin in a very different way, but it still brings out. I mean, there's no way to separate from the cultivar that it is. But start to recognize what that cultivar can do is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is a really good tea to get a basic feeling of the plant, like what it could do and what the taste is, that signature Tie Guanyin taste. And overall, as a tea, I think in winter time, if people like roasted teas, this is a pretty strong, full body tea-based tea, and it does have very strong physical feeling as well.
Somehow tea that's grown in Muzha feels that way. Maybe
feels really strong.
Yeah.
And yeah, but overall, I found Tie Guanyin tea varietal to be extremely intriguing. And it produced one of the most intriguing teas that I like, and it produced one of the most challenging oolong tea for me to brew as well. Yeah, I think it's one of the most challenging tea that in oolong tea that I have to brew right now is actually Tie Guanyin varietal tea, and both are from Yunnan.
Oh yeah, those Yunnan Tie Guanyins are really hard to brew.
Yeah, it was really hard to brew. And when they show up, it's so excellent. It's just excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those also are not done in a traditional way, though.
True. And so I'm not saying that traditional Tie Guanyin that have to be the way to go. I think nowadays there are some talented farmers that they are, in a way, I feel that they are playing with this tea varietal.
Yeah.
And to have those teas are so much fun. The nuances that they bring out from this plant is so much fun. And I always feel like they are trying to show me something and yet play a dodgeball with me all the time. And so I think that's it. I shouldn't rant too more. Noah did an excellent job on brewing this tea. Much better than me. And challenge accepted. And
we'll be recording another podcast in the next week of you brewing the tea better than me.
And then you will be challenge accepted. Okay? Yeah. And so just have fun with your tea. Good day, bad days. Tea is always there for you. And you are there for yourself. And just have fun with your tea and keep learning from it. And it's so much fun. And thank you for listening. We really appreciate your support on the program, on our teas. Please continue to do that. Check out our website, floatingleaf.com. Continue to threaten and force your friends to listen to our podcast. And yeah, might as well. Why not? And we'll see you next Monday. Happy tea drinking.
Bye-bye.
Bye.